What up, Killian? Mac, what's up, man? Good morning, good morning. Tips for a trader just starting out. I got a video pinned on my page, man. Tells you exactly how I would jump into this if I was brand new. Trader Mom, I'm doing great. I'm not actually feeling well, but I'm trying to be positive. I'm speaking life into myself here. Woke up with a raging headache, no energy, feel like I'm fighting something off. But we're speaking life into it. Christian's hitting the orb today. We'll see. This is my main thing. Yeah. Video you posted yesterday. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Hey, yo. What's up, Hot Ice Coffee? What an interesting name. Today seems like a stop hunt day. I have had to turn my mouse off twice this morning. I wanted this move up, saw it clearly on the book map, and then I saw this move down clearly. But I am sticking to my rules that I am not taking any more pre-market trades. I'm going to be very strict with my rules. We're having a great month. I mean, I'm up a lot this month, man. So I'm trying to just stay dialed in. I've only been trading 5 years. Hot ice, yeah, typically. I usually take one trade per account, 1 or 2 trades per account. And I trade individual firms. So I have Lucid, Tradeify, Take Profit Trader, Apex. What's the other one? Alpha Futures. So technically, I take more than 1 or 2, but I take 1 or 2 per account, and I'll copy trade each firm together. If that makes sense. You have to recover. Why so many accounts? Maximize your profits, man. Maximize the amount of money you can withdraw. You're limited on how much money you can withdraw per account. So if you trade with a lot of accounts and a lot of different firms, you can maximize your profitability. Thoughts on oil? I think it's going to go up if we don't get a deal to reopen the strait. Can I mark the orb? Yeah, got you right here. Boom. Very wide orb today on NQ and ES actually, but let's see. You got 14.25 points on ES and get that down here so you can see it better. And basically 66 points on NQ. What indicator do you use for marking session highs and lows? The ICT kill zone and pivots indicator. That one right there. Aaron, what's up, man? Hot Ice Tea, I use a platform called TradeSyncer. You can copy trade multiple accounts with Tradeivate. You can group them together with the same firm. But I use TradeSyncer. Do you invest in crypto at all long term? Yes. How many trades did you take yesterday? 2. What Tradeify account do you recommend? I like the select accounts for the daily payouts. If Orb plays out today, I'll be highly surprised. It's ginormous. Yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting for sure. Is it possible to live off of trading? I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. I would recommend ES on Orb today in super small size. I like that, Everett. I think that's a good idea. Aaron, what's up, man? Today's the day. I can feel it. Today's going to be Aaron's day, guys. Made 5,000 on those juicy longs this morning. I'm glad somebody did, man. I was just saying I had to turn my mouse off because I'm trying to stick to my rules of not taking any pre-market trades. Trying to just protect my capital. We're up a good amount this month, and I'm just trying to not coast, but preserve capital, you know? How do you find TradeSync? I use Tradecopia, and it's been great. I like TradeSync, man. I've used it. It's been around a lot longer than Tradecopia has. I haven't really checked out Tradecopia. I know a lot of people are using it now, but I haven't had a reason to switch. You know, if there was some, major perk with Tradecopia over TradeSync, I'd probably check it out and maybe take the switch. But are Tradeify daily payouts valid? Yeah, very valid. Even more valid are the Take Profit Trader daily payouts because there's no cap. Respond to me real quick. Didn't see what you said, man. Say it again. Daggum, what's up, dude? How do you know when to get out of a trade? I target levels on Bookmap, or I target key levels on the chart. So session highs and lows, or you can target one of these. Let's say you're targeting these lows right here. We hit those lows. You can trail your stop to that level because you don't want to cut yourself short if it dumps even lower. So there's different ways to do it. Yesterday I just got out immediately at that 860 level that I was targeting, or 840, I think. Was it 840 or 860, something like that? Could I copy trade accounts from different prop firms? Yes, with TradeSync you can. I'm copy trading individual accounts with individual firms. I'm not copy trading all my accounts across all my firms together. And right now we're going to start off with the Lucid accounts, and we're trading 5 of those. The next batch will be 5 Take Profit Trader accounts, and I might trade my Tradeify accounts. I don't know. We'll see. See how the market plays out. Might not take any trades. Yeah, Sean, I was a little choked up too, man. I didn't expect that to hit me as hard as it did. That I almost didn't even make that video, man. But I felt like I needed to. So Livid then TPT, Lucid then TPT. Yeah. Appreciate that, Sean. You can do it, man. If you want to do it, do it. You'll discover something in life, and this isn't some after school special BS. If you can think about doing something, you can do it, man. You gotta have confidence in yourself, and almost a delusional. I don't know what this spike is for, but we're really pushing here. We're bouncing off that VWAP, and there's a 15-minute gap right there that we're also bouncing off of. We got this 15 right here. We just inverted this 15, but we still got this 15 right here that we're bouncing off of. Let me see if there's news. If there is, Financial Juice is not showing it. Yeah, but Sean, you can. I mean, if you can put your mind to something, you can do it, man. I've had the privilege in my life of meeting some very successful people in a lot of different industries, and there's nothing that they have that most people don't have, other than just a stick-to-itiveness that a lot of people can't master. So find something you're interested in, if it's day trading or whatever it is, and just stick to it. You're going to fail, you're going to fall on your face, but keep doing it. Do you have to pass an eval for daily payouts on Tradeify? Yeah, the select accounts. Was trailing stops, and that just took me out. Killian, there wasn't really anything on the book map that was showing that was about to happen, so that was smart to be trailing, but I'm not sure what caused that spike. Like I said, financial juice is delayed, so, or it has been, so I'm not seeing any news that would have caused that. If you're talking, Rachel, if you're talking with Tradeify, there's a 40% consistency rule with the select accounts, I believe. So 3 days. You need advice for somebody getting into day trading? Yeah, there's a video pinned on my page that will tell you exactly how I would do it if I was getting into it as somebody brand new. Rachel, is it Lucid Flex or Lucid Pro accounts? Ruben, what's up, man? There you go, Killian. I like that, man. Good job. Well, I wanted to get to see you with Harry. Yeah, man. Pro accounts you can pass in a day. Global Plus for Bookmap, CT. Would you say you're a profitable day trader? I would. I'm just barely at that threshold where I think I feel comfortable saying that, yeah. Since about June of last year, June, July-ish, mid-June, early July of last year, I've been taking consistent payouts on a regular basis with regular intervals. So I feel in order to say you're a profitable day trader, you really need to have about 9 to 12 months of consistent payouts. Because like anybody who's been in this space long enough will tell you, you can take a payout and then next week you forget how to trade. It feels like you forgot how to trade and you start blowing accounts and it feels like you can't pass an eval. So one or two payouts does not indicate profitability. You need to have consistent results over 9 to 12 months to be able to say that. I feel like I'm barely at that threshold. I don't, CT. I don't, but I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to sign up for the yearly just to save, or maybe even the lifetime. Dakota, what's up, man? Scripture, what do you mean? Do you have to pass an eval on Tradeivate? Tradeivate is just like a conduit to execute trades. It's not a prop firm in and of itself. Consistently blowing up accounts. It's not consistent. To not risk too much, do you trade one? Well, one mini is 10 micros. It's the equivalent. The only difference is you're going to pay a lot more. You're going to pay more commissions on 10 micros than you would on just one mini. So you're risking the same with 10 micros and one mini. The only thing you're actually paying more in commissions. Two Sheep, what's up, man? Zach, what's up, man? Axios released some news. Haven't seen it yet. What was it? Mampa, what did you see what the news was? What was that with? I'm not sure. Apparently there was news, but I'm not getting an update. I'm not getting an update on my financial juice feed. Not sure what it was. Raz, I have a live account. I have not really been trading it that much this year. In January, I had kind of a blow up, and I recovered in February, and I've kind of just been taken payouts with prop firms since then. As soon as the markets kind of chill out and this stuff with Iran, or Iran, as I'm supposed to say apparently, according to my Arab friends, as soon as that kind of chills out and comes to a resolution, I think I'm going to jump back into the personal capital some. But I also think that, it's kind of hard to not also, even if you are trading personal capital, to also trade the prop firms and just milk those for as much as you can. Yeah, it's easier to do that. I would say that's a good way to look at it. If you're trading it in a day drawdown, it's no harm, no foul in a break-even trade. With the trailing, whatever your peak balance was in that trade is going to be what goes against you in your drawdown if you go to break even. There you go, Dakota. Lift that pinky. The news I saw was President Trump was giving Iran's warring factions a short window of several days to unify behind a coherent counteroffer. Can't find it on Axios now, though, only on some X posts. So it could be BS. That sounds about right. That sounds pretty much in line with what I've been hearing since yesterday. So. Checkmate. You pay commissions per contract. So like if you, I can't remember exactly how much it is, but it's $5 or $6 or something for a mini, and then like $2 for a micro, something like that. Those are just numbers I'm throwing out there, but it's around that area. What platforms have funded accounts? Well, all the prop firms do. Scripture. So Lucid, all the ones you see scrolling on the screen. Lucid, Take Profit Trader, Tradeify, Alpha, all of them. Hassan, we're trading order flow and momentum combined with ICT. Tushiv, I leave a buffer in most of my accounts. I leave about $1,000 of my own buffer in each account. I don't know if you were here earlier in the week when my internet went out as soon as I opened the trade, but I ended up losing $1,000 that I did not intend to even risk. So that's the exact reason why I do that, because sometimes you open a trade and Trump will tweet something and the market goes nuts even before you can set a stop loss or your internet goes out. So it's just a contingency plan in case something bad happens, just to protect yourself. I also use the risk management tools inside of Tradeivate. I set a daily loss limit of $1,000 just in case there's something that goes haywire, so I don't blow accounts. I keep the risk pretty light on those 25K accounts, man, because you don't have a lot of runway. You don't have a lot of runway with your drawdown. So I would definitely trade micros with that. CT, I don't focus so much on win rate. I think the better metric to really judge success or improvement in your trading is your profit factor. So a solid profit factor means that your wins are much bigger, or it shows the size of your wins versus your losses. Two sides are getting closer to a framework that would include a basic understanding on curbing Iran's enrichment. Tradeivate isn't a prop firm, Scripture. Like I said, it's a conduit to execute trades. You would get a Lucid account, and you can buy a Rhythmic Lucid account. You can buy a Tradeivate Lucid account, and then you connect that inside of Tradeivate to be able to execute the trades. Devin, the trade yesterday that I took was a very heavily influenced order flow trade, so there's not a whole lot to tell about it. There was key momentum or clear momentum that I was seeing to the upside, and there was a key level that I was targeting. It was like an 840 level. Trump says Iran talks possible as soon as Friday. No, you don't have to apologize, man. You're good. Yeah, it's like TradingView, but a different. It doesn't have the same charting capabilities, so you just use. I use it to execute. I'm hungry. That's correct. And the way you can think about that is, I got some Puerto Rican music playing in my ear right now. The way you can think about that. Who was it? I'm hungry. The way you can think about that is, think about this. Let's say you take 100 trades. You win 99 of them, but the one that you lose, you lost way more than the combination of all the trades that you won. Your win rate is 99%. You got a 99% win rate, but you didn't make any money. You actually lost money. So that's why profit factor is the key indicator that will tell you if somebody's making money or not. If you go to, this is another interesting thing you can look at. I was watching this last night. If you go to Lucid's website, they have a leaderboard. I don't know if you guys know that. Was it Lucid? Yeah, it was Lucid. Where did I find that? Lucid has a leaderboard that shows you the people who are like, who made the most money that day, or who's made the most money that week, that month, that year. And it includes the number of trades they took, their win percentage, and it also has their profit factor on there. So it's interesting to watch that. Lucid rhythmic counts look really good. The platform functions just like TradingView with the live movement of the market. You can copy trade 5 counts as well. I haven't tried it yet. I have tried it, Zach. I do not like using, what was I using? NinjaTrader. I was connecting the rhythmic accounts through NinjaTrader. Not a fan. Way too complicated. Way too jumbled of a platform. I think using TradeC would be the way to go if you're doing the rhythmic accounts. You explain what you use Bookmap for. It looks sick. Market direction, where the orders are. Here's what it looks like right now. You can see that these are limit orders stacked up in the market above us here. You can see prices push into those. There's really not a whole lot below us here. Doesn't mean we won't, have a pullback, but this looks like the clear draw above us, so you can get an idea of where the draws on liquidity are. Where people are getting in, where they're getting out. You can see the execution of the market orders and how aggressive those are, the volume of the market orders being executed at certain levels. There's all kinds of different ways that you can use it. So it's like quality over quantity, setting yourself up better ROI. Yes, exactly. I have a 45% win rate and a 4 profit factor. That's really good. That's really good. Anything above like a 2.5 is, I would say, pretty good. You can go look at the Lucid accounts. Those guys are making hundreds of thousands of dollars on that leaderboard, and some of them are like 2.7, 2.8. Some of them are like 2.4. There's a couple guys who are pretty high, but there's not. The majority of them are not. They're in the 2s. Where's the leaderboard? I saw that last night. Let's see. How did I get to that? Was it in my portal, maybe? Leaderboard, yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so let's see here. 1.23, 1.9, 1.38. These guys have 6. Let's see. 2.2, 2.32. 4.14. This guy has a 15.23. That's absolutely wild, but he's not even in the lead. So yeah, pretty interesting. I see it on the website inside of my portal. So if you sign into your portal on Lucid, then you can, under account summary, it'll say leaderboard, and you can click that. Eric, I use the Flex accounts with Lucid. RR is kind of similar to profit factor. It's very similar. Very similar. Let's do the verse of the day real quick. This is the verse of the day, Romans 1:20. Since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen. Interesting. Being understood from what has been made, so that men are without excuse. The touch of the Master's hand is all around us. We can see it in the order, beauty, specificity, and dazzling variety of creation. The great expanse of space with its billions of stars, along with the incredible world of the microscopic, is all testimony to an order of great creativity and inestimable power. Our Heavenly Father has left his fingerprints all over this world, his creation, his universe, so we can know that he has been here and will not abandon the work of his hands. I do like Take Profit Trader. Up 10, I love Take Profit Trader, man. I think it's kind of a slept-on firm. I'm not sure why more people don't trade with it. I've never had an issue with payouts or anything like that. And they do daily payouts with basically no cap. I've heard that they cap each account at like 10,000. I haven't ever made that much on an account in a day. But each account you can take pretty much a max withdrawal. So let's say you're capped at 5 accounts. I mean, you can just crush it, dude. Some of my biggest days have come from taking payouts with Take Profit Trader. Can you show it? I don't trade Forex, man. We don't trade Forex, just futures here. Appreciate that, Chris. I appreciate that, man. Do you have Global Plus? I do. I have Global Plus, yeah. That too, Everett. That too. What's your average stop loss in ticks? I don't measure in ticks. I measure in points. Usually, I would say it's probably depends on the sizing. It's heavily dependent on my sizing. But usually if I'm stacked kind of heavy, if I'm in the trade kind of heavy, it's no more than 10 points. How many accounts do you trade? I usually only trade one firm at a time right now. I was doing one account at a time, but I'm doing one firm at a time right now. So with Lucid, I'm trading 5. Take Profit Trader, I'm trading 5. With Tradify, I'm trading 5. With Apex, I have 20 accounts, but I've only been trading 10 of them at a time. So, yeah. Minimize risk. So if I shit the bed, I don't shit the bed across the board. Excuse my language. I could have a day where I lose money on Lucid, and then I make money on my Take Profit accounts, and I end up taking a withdrawal with those. I am full-time, yeah. When do you switch them? After I've traded with one firm. Like yesterday, we took a trade, made, what was it, $938 on my Lucid accounts. Then I switched over to my Take Profit accounts, made just shy of 600 on those accounts. TradeSync. I use TradeSync. Brian, you can trade multiple accounts with a firm inside of TradeEvade, but if you're trying to copy trade across firms or you want to make the copy trading process easier, you can use a platform called TradeSync. Go to tradesync.com. Good luck, everybody. We're going to lock in here. Hit the long hair juice. No, I'm not in a trade, sorry. Mackenzie, what's up? Oh, no, I was just saying that because the market was open. Market was opening. Orders down to 26,830. Not sure that we'll push there, but there are orders flashing. It's true, Dakota. ICT, kill zone, and pivots is the indicator I use for session highs and lows. $26,830 orders flashing. Just took a lot of them at 831 there. What's up, Matthew? Does Ballast trade? Yeah. There are orders at 780. Not a ton, but there are orders down there. No, hungry. Whenever the setup presents itself, or I get a clear indication of what the market wants to do, I'll jump in a trade. I don't have a set time that I don't have a set waiting period once the market opens. It is good to let it kind of show its hand, tip its hand to you, so that you have an idea and you're not getting in too early. You'd rather be late entering a trade than enter a trade early and be wrong. I'd rather be late and be right than early and wrong. That orb was promised to me 3,000 years ago. You should take it then, man. You should take it. It's the way things work. Shipbook map. He's gone, Dakota. I try to get those guys out of here pretty quick. I am, Sam. Yes, I am. Sam, I am. Yeah, Juice, 804. That's this level down here. Is it not? You guys can't see the numbers clearly over there on the tube. Can't see it. I've tried to monkey with it, man, to make it. Wonder if there's like a text, like a text size button or setting. I'm not going to screw with it right now because I don't want to mess with it or mess it up, but to make the text bigger. Usually you can. You think it's internet? Yeah. Come on, man. Take a punch from a UFC fighter? Yeah, I could probably take it. I'd be hurting. I got a buddy that is a trained, and his leg kicks, dude, I can tell you right now, if I got one of those, I'd be dead. Split me in half. Indigo. Hey, man, I don't know if you saw my video. My bad for snapping on you if you're the same Indigo. You only stream on TikTok? I got it on the Tube as well, the Red app. Same username, Christian Trades Live. You were right, by the way. I did have that marked wrong. Did I take a trade today? No, not yet. No, you're good, man. That was a complete disproportionate reaction. You were correct. Not RedTube, Nicholas. No, we don't do that over here. We don't participate in those tiny hat activities. Push down to 800 here is what I'm thinking is about to happen. We're just caught up in this same 15-minute gap that we were in before. Pushing in this 15, we got a 15-minute bullish gap and a 15-minute bullish inversion here that we're just bouncing out of. I'd love to see the 800 level get swept and then a move back higher. Yeah, I remembered you, dude. Of course I remembered. I felt like a jerk. Clipper, I would probably only be risking some couple of micros, man. Probably max of 5 micros on a 25K because you don't have a whole lot of drawdown to work with. But it's heavily dependent on where your stop is going to be. And your stop should be dependent on market structure or what you're seeing on Bookmap. I have a cousin who provides professionally. You should look him up. Yeah, shoot me his name. Where are you from? The United States, North Carolina. Bookmap is level 2 data. I have heard of people using Bookmap for options trading. Yeah. Baseball or football? Baseball. What are you trading right now? NASDAQ futures. Are you really fighting, Juice? What do you think of Forex? I started in Forex, man. I started with personal capital and started with Forex. Don't recommend it. I think I'd probably fare a lot better now, but I still think futures are the way to go. AJ McKee, I'll check him out. Do you do baseball betting too? I don't bet. I don't do that. I don't do sports betting. I used to. I don't do it anymore. Hungry, I'd start with a 50K. I looked him up, Everett. I almost went to the first game. It's ridiculous. I'll wait until I usually wait until like the second round to go. So we'll see. They were stupid what they were asking for game one of the first round. Yeah, Bubby. Appreciate you too, man. Yeah, man. Been in an 8-week camp. Got 3 weeks left. My brother's fighting the same night, dude. Shoot me the link to that. I'll watch that. DM me the link to it, or the platform, or whatever. It'd be sick to watch. Why did ICT say if you trade today, unfollow me? I don't follow that guy. I think he needs to. I don't think there's a pipe that's cold within 100 miles of that dude. I don't have any idea how any of this works, but I'm here for it. Glad you're here, man. He's crazy, dude. He's a crazy dude. There's no question that ICT concepts do work, but he himself is wild. He's got something going on. Best order flow platform, without a doubt, Bookmap. Bookmap for show. Yo, I have a nosebleed. You can get it fixed, man. Plug that sucker up. What does Bookmap tell you? Gives you an in-depth view of the market, basically. Where orders are stacked, the aggression at which orders are being placed at certain levels. It's wall hacks. Bookmap is not free. ES? Yeah, got you. That's ES. Adam, what's up, dude? Investment advisor, there you go. I think I remember you saying that you were going to head down that path. So you're getting your Series 7 and doing all that kind of stuff? You think Bookmap has personally helped you avoid bad trades? Without a doubt, man. Yeah, without a doubt. There is Bookmap for crypto as well, yeah. Series 65, and I'll do Series 7. Yeah, there you go. That's awesome, man. Just got my LAH. There you go. Did I leave the stove on? Nah, man, I turned it off for you. You're good. It's got orders above us, but there's not a whole lot of aggression right now. What's up, man? Why what? I have a question today. You stop using Bookmap. Do you think it would be possible for you to trade? I wouldn't want to, man. I wouldn't want to trade without Bookmap. If I had to remove every other, tool in my tool belt, Bookmap would be the one tool that I'd choose to keep. Bookmap is a little over $100 a month. Bro, I was watching one of your YouTube videos instead of your live and had no idea and was getting so confused. What do you mean? Oh, you were watching a replay. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, night. That's probably about right. I mean, you don't really need to pay for TradingView other than like maybe just the essential plan, because the data comes from, most of the prop firms provide you data. Why are these high level institutional traders not more rich? They are very well off, man. A lot of them are very, very well off. Yeah. Very, very well off. You can, but you're just limited to how many indicators you can have. I don't remember exactly, but you're limited on the number of indicators you can use if you have just the essential plan. This is InQ, Raz. So they're just super duper humble about it. I mean, they're operating in a space where they probably don't see themselves as well off. I mean, if you're making $200,000-$300,000 a year, and you're spending time around people who are making, a couple million a year, you probably see yourself as a small fry in comparison. So, especially if you're living in a place like New York, man, the cost of living is pretty expensive. $200,000-$300,000 a year, this is going to sound very out of touch, but it's really not a tremendous amount of money, comparatively speaking. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a tremendous amount of money for 99% of the world, but when you're in that kind of space, that's not a huge number. Got a 5-minute gap here that we're pushing back out of. Thought we were going to invert it. We still might. We got a minute till the candle closes, but my options buddy always humbles me with his P&L. Yeah, there's always a bigger fish, man. It's always a bigger fish. Look for a reason not to trade, Matthew. Helps a lot with trade selection. I'm seeing all the reasons. Yeah. Time slice is 1 minute. Time slice is, let's see. I just customized my Zoom, so let's see what this is. I think it's like the 5-minute. Yeah, it's basically the 5-minute time slice. He just treated himself to a calling all LARPers. Reporting for duty, Ballast. We're here. GT3's nice, man. Those are cool. I'm just not a Porsche guy. There's no question they're an amazingly engineered vehicle. I've been watching for a while, but how long did it take you until you were profitable? It wasn't until my 4th year that I was making consistent, significant amounts of money. I have 10 indicators night, but I don't really use them. The only ones that I really use are the VWAP and ICT kill zone and pivots. But I have the orb for you guys. That's one indicator I have on. I have the RIPS key level indicator. I have Power 3. I have ICT new week opening gap and new day opening gap. I have the fair value gap indicator. I have SMA 7-minute close indicator, Spaceman BTC, and then the volume footprint, basically. but I don't use all those. Really don't. What about the chicken indicator? A lot of 84 make its way to North Alberta. That is a rare find there. It's a rare find. How do you feel about TJR and the boot camp? I would not pay money, but I think that his boot camp series for younger people is probably pretty attractive because of his personality and everything. But I think there's more professional sources you could find that same information from. I like TJR, man. I know a lot of people, they think he's been exposed, all that kind of crap. I think if it wasn't for him, there's a tremendous amount of people that never would have gotten into trading, and they never would have gotten to the point where they're making a decent amount of money, a decent income for themselves. So some of the stuff he did might have been wrong and unethical, but overall, I think the impact that he's had for a lot of people has been positive. I definitely don't think paying for his mentorship is smart or advised. Shouldn't say not smart, but it's definitely not advised. T-Trades, yeah, T-Trades is great. Yo. Just sneeze with a nosebleed. That's not good. Everything from his mentorship is copy and paste from his YouTube. I believe it. Yeah, there's some good info in there for sure. Hungry. There's definitely some good info in there. But like I said, you can find that same info from somebody who's presenting it in a more professional way. I would say T-Trades is a good source if you're trading ICT and you want those same kind of concepts and principles, but presented in a more professional way. T-Trades, completely free. ICT himself, to me, is insufferable. He yaps. He's not clear and concise and to the point. A lot of meandering, a lot of BS. T-Trades is teaching the same concepts in a professional, concise, clear format. I appreciate that, Everett. Yeah, T-Trades. Show the charts. Every time I switch back, people are like, show the book map. They tell you on the side. They tell you on the side of the chart. ICT is a good trader? I would disagree. He has lost every competition he's ever been in, or pulled out after losing a significant amount. I think he's a good teacher, and he knows the concepts, but he's not actually a good trader. It's like being a good coach, man. Not every coach is a good player. What's your bench? 135. Somebody just said book map, por favor. See, Ballas? You're up $1,000? There you go. Rob, I also show the book map all the time on on the tube. Oh, a grand total $84. I thought you said a grand and $84. This is the 5 minute. Trump extended the ceasefire for 3 to 5 days. So we should pump here, right? No? Are we pumping? Yeah. Dominic, I think you're right, man. I think they're numb. Where'd you learn ICT concepts from? From ICT. From the 2022 mentorship. But knowing what I know now, I think there's more efficient ways to go about it. Appreciate that, Nicholas. 22K, actually. But who's counting? Appreciate it, man. I got stopped out to the tick in the 5 minute. Yeesh. I do not do any mentoring. No. Watched the 2022 mentorship, then I watched a lot of T-Trade videos, and then traded with PJ Trades for a while. You should start teaching. I would have to charge if I did that, and then I would be a course seller. Such a stigma. People say day trading is a scam. Yeah. People say working out's a scam too. People say marriage is a scam. Free 99 for me. It's more for you, Rob. We're charging more for you. People say Lazarus is a scam. Yeah, I've even been told that I am a scam because I'm AI. I'm AI and I have a CGI apartment. Ghost, the same thing I trade every day, man. This is NASDAQ futures, NASDAQ and S&P futures. It's true, Alejandro. It's very true. High crops price up 300%. I don't do options. I'd like to get more into it, man. I don't, though. You've actually helped me a lot, so you're my teacher. I appreciate that, man. Pushing up to this 900 level now. Didn't really get a good entry here, and there's not strong, swift movements like I normally like to see, like we were getting yesterday, so just passed my account. Nice. I have not taken a trade yet, no. Nope. P&L is still sitting at a fat 0. Why is it? Why do I have to fix that every time? There it is. Fat 00. I would say trading is 100% gambling, regardless of how well you do it, how disciplined you are. But the thing is, man, there's a stigma on the term gambling. Like, and I was being kind of serious. Marriage is a gamble. I mean, getting in your car and driving is a gamble. I mean, you guys were in here. I had a friend pass away, what was it, a week ago on Sunday from a car accident. Like, she took a gamble getting in her car. You know, like, life is a gamble. Going out to a restaurant, you're gambling that you're going to get a good meal, and you're going to still have to pay for it. You know what I mean? So there's like, everything you do is a gamble in a sense. You're weighing probability. So, you know, you just got to gamble accordingly. We're edging these all-time highs, man. Got orders flashing down into the 70s now below us. A job is a gamble. That is the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest gamble of all is working a regular job. Trading is more about risk management than anything. Yeah, I would agree. Matt, what's up, man? I can in a little bit, Matty. Yeah, I got you. Let me finish watching this move to see if we push up. Pull back into the 70s here, and then a move higher would be nice. The biggest gamble is tuning into these lives and not knowing whether I'll see the dogs. The 870s. Here, I'll show you on Bookmap what I'm talking about. These orders down in here. And then a move up to these highs would be nice. I want to see a deeper pullback than where we are. I might try to take a stab at this. If we get a pullback into the 70s, I would like to see a deeper pullback first. We still have a 5-minute that has 40 seconds before it closes to invert. Might move without us, which is fine. Neither, Matt. It's continuous, so it doesn't do ticks or time. Time is indicated by candlesticks, so there's no candlesticks in this. It's continual. Getting a little bit of a pullback here. Let's see a deeper pull, maybe even in this 5-minute inversion that we just created. We'll see. It might just chop in this zone, man. Be super patient here. Don't take a trade then, man. If you don't see what you want to see, don't take a trade. Just edging that, just tapped into that inversion slightly there, 5-minute inversion. There's no time frames on Bookmap. A little bit of a deeper dig there. Got a 15-minute inversion as well right here that we're in. Just might not respect it and just push lower. Got orders populating down under us. Here's a little rejection. Not convinced yet. All right, small stab there. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. I'll take that off right there. Could go higher, but that's a nice little get right there. Snag that 486 on that. I think this does push higher, but we'd rejected off of this level. I'll show you why I took that off right there. We had rejected off of this level multiple times already in this area, and we've not been wanting to take that 26.9. There's the 26.900. Boom, all-time highs. I'm fine with having taken that off though. It's not bad. Not a bad trade. The stop was 8 points. We had an 8-point stop on that. And then we took $30 points. So you do the math on that. Yeah, tap into that 5-minute inversion as well as the 15-minute inversion. I did trade that, yeah. Clear book map to the upside. Started to get the movement. Yeah, I did. Bro, bookmap is crazy. The first time I've used it along with my setup, and it printed $5,500. Shout out bookmap. Hang on one second, Dakota. I don't have it. Hey, there you go, man. That's smart. I like that. Making it work, man. Making it work. How much did you risk? 8 points. So I was in for 1 mini, 8-point stop. Christian, say something naughty so the market goes down. You're in a trade now. You'll see. You see how it says dollar open P&L? If I was in a trade, that would be moving. I still think this pushes up. You got orders up into the 20s here. But we keep rejecting off of this level. That's why I got out of the trade where I did. 1 point of movement with one NQ contract is $20. So that'd be 20 times 8. Stop saying anything. It goes up. It keeps sweeping these levels and giving these strong pullbacks here. I'm not confident at this level. Yeah, I guess you could call that a scalp. That's an order flow trade. I mean, that's how order flow works right there. Typically, you'd like to see longer movements, but I mean, 25, 30 points there. It's not bad. Something like that, right? I mean, give or take, not bad. Nobody's at the door. My camera would have gone off. Oh, somebody's at your door. Sorry. I was gonna say I can see my door. I'm under your bed. It's impossible. There is no under my bed. There's drawers. Are you in one of my drawers? Why are you so cute? I appreciate that. Do you take any trade? Yeah. You see the P&L on the screen? I do wish the price action was better too, man. But you got to remember, you look at this from a long-term perspective. This is such a micro speck of time compared to how long you're going to be day trading if you're going to do this as a career. So it's not. I swear it's so beneficial to look at trading from a 10-year perspective, 20-year perspective. One day is not a big deal. 1 week, 1 month is not a big deal. When you look at it like that, I feel like it removes. It is. It's on the Kyle. The P&L is right there on the on my camera, bottom right of my camera. It removes the feeling of having to take a trade when you look at it from a long-term perspective like that. I just want my money back. Everything that I need, I want you, but no emotion. Pushing. Yeah, I figured that was the best spot to put it on the tube. I want my money to get a Lazarus girl, a crow. I'm gonna get him a just snipe the reclaim of 90 and push through 900. There you go, Jack. See the book map? Just hold on, we're going on. Heavy push here, man. Love it. Orders all the way up to 27,000. You act so different around me. How do we have orders where price hasn't reached yet? They're limit orders, man. You can put orders anywhere you want. Those are the red and yellow means that's where orders are stacked up. Those are limit orders stacked in the market. Break it down if possible. I'm doing a trading journal at the moment, and then I'm going to switch over to my take profit trader accounts and look for a trade, potentially a deep pullback here, and then a target of higher, or maybe a reversal. Whatever the book map is showing me, it wants to, what price wants to do. Could get a pullback here to 26,900 potential. That's where orders are stacked, as you see. What are we even looking at? That's book map. Level 2 data, institutional order flow. Institutional order flow. Gamma radiation. Temperature, man. We're trading temperature. Somebody said that and it cracked me up. Let me pull back here. Good luck, Brody. Appreciate it. No, not in a trade yet. Waiting for a deeper pullback here. I kind of missed the pullback when I was journaling there. Need a pullback. Gotta stay patient. You don't want to short? No. Bearish. We're not seeing signs of any bearish order flow here, man. We're trading all-time highs. ES is still pushing towards all-time highs. We got, they're still shy. If you were to look at ES book or ES chart here, you got all-time highs up there. So I still think there's plenty of room to the upside here. Just need a pullback so I can get into this trade. because I switched to my take profit accounts. Switched away from my TPT accounts. Here's my TPT. Or my, here's my Lucid accounts. Switched to my TPT accounts. Looking for a trade on these now. No sneaky trades here. Order stacked up down into the 50s now. I don't know if it's going to pull there, but I'd love to see it. Give us a pullback deeper than this. Yes. There we go. Deeper, deeper. Wanted to see that 50 level get tagged underneath us. So looking for a pullback to that level, but I don't think we're going to get it. Hit this 50s. Orders just cleared out under us here. Couple flashing now. Here we go. Deeper pull. Deeper, deeper. Yeah, I would not be looking for shorts. Easy, easy, easy. Gotta get my live in trouble. I would not short all-time highs. Especially not with so much bullish momentum that we've created here. Full port shorts, Evan. Just yank those orders down at 50. Hungry, I'm clearly joking. Clearly joking. Please don't do that. Fuck, I missed the entry again. Where was your entry, Nicholas? $26,960, nice. This is dangerous here. Yes. Here's the book map. I have a bunch. I have a lot of accounts. I have 5 funded with Lucid, 5 funded with Tradeify, 5 funded with Take Profit Trader. But I only trade one firm at a time. All right, Dakota, take it easy, man. Way to shut it down after a loss. Journal the trade, figure out what you did wrong, learn from it, and don't go back to the charts today. Sounds like that's what you're doing, so good job. Yeah, that entry was a good, or that pullback was a good entry there into the 5-minute gap. I was in a small position up here targeting that 700, got stopped out in profit for 100 there. You see it on your screen. That's with 5 Tradeify account, or 5 Take Profit Trader accounts. So we're up 100 on those 5 and then 46 on these 5. Probably, unless I see something more clear here, I might not take anything else. We'll see though. I got summoned for jury duty. I got summoned too recently, and I had to write them a note that I couldn't go because of school. I got shy getting 27. Yeah, we got a bunch of orders coming in lower now. Look at this. So this is standard deviation here. 2.5% or 2.5 standard deviations is typically the full move. Look at how close that is. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Yeah, I'm in school. I'm in school at UNC, man. University of North Carolina. Tar Heels. Appreciate that. Appreciate the gift, Matt. I think standard deviation is still valid without an S&T. I mean, you look at the full move from this move down on the hourly. If you're using the hourly as was it the hourly that I marked this? What did I mark this out on? Yeah, this last leg down that created that Asia low. Standard deviation full move would have been that 2.5 standard deviation. So you can see why it would reject off of that level. There's still plenty of orders above us though. All right, Hungry, take care, man. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I am 52. What do you study at UNC? Econ. Majoring in underwater basket weaving. I got getting a minor in econ. I'm just kidding, man. I'm 33. 33. $33 is old too. Years here, that's right. Damn. Yeah, underwater basket weaving. Underwater basket weaving. What's your bench? 135. 135. Never give up on your dreams, Ballas. Never give up. Inverted basket weaving. Yeah, they had that. Looked too complicated. Just messing, Sean. Christian, you look like you benched 350. I wish, man. I wish I was that strong. Can't break the 135 max. Anything in longs? I mean, there's plenty of liquidity above us. The entry would have been the tap back into that 5 minute. I mean, you could take an aggressive scalp here with a tight stop, but it's risky. Can I show ES book map? Yeah. We just absorb that 700 level. See that big stack of buy orders under us on ES? These are buy orders down at 71.58 on ES. So I'm not sure if that'll drag price lower here. We'll keep pumping. Can you show the dogs? Incline bench military presses, where it's at, yeah. All right, Maddie, take it easy, man. Thanks for being here. Made 300 scalping that quick long. There you go. Definitely doable, especially if you're using Bookmap, man. You know, it's hard to resist those sorts of trades because you can just see, especially if you've paid attention to the way price has been behaving throughout the session, where it's absorbing these liquidity levels. It's super tempting just to grab those quick little moves. All right, man, take it easy, man. Now I'm only down 400 instead of 650. There you go. 71, 72. Yes, there are. Bookmark page. It's called Bookmap. It's a software you download. You can download it at bookmap.com. It's not a page. I'm up 486 times 5 and then 100 times 5. I know it's better than 225. There's a video on my TikTok of me benching. No, not yet. I took a small attempt with my take profit accounts. I got stopped in profit. Was targeting that 27,000 level, but price kicked back on me before it could get there and stopped me out in profit. Made 100 on it times 5. Keeping a really tight stop. It's AI generated. Yeah. Where was your standard deviation mark from? It was marked from this 1 hour pullback on this hourly pullback that created this Asia low. This leg down here, this clear leg down. Last leg down before the move higher. Good morning. Man, it's almost afternoon. What are you doing? You just getting up there, Ken? Which version of Bookmap? Global Plus. He's West Coast. It's still not early, man. You gotta get up and get moving. Woke up like 15 minutes ago, I'm not gonna lie. Jump in when you got a tank top and you won't ask any more lifting questions. I'm looking small right now, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's 100% serious. For somebody who's broke, no. Get an actual job. I mean this dead serious. I'm not saying this as a smart aleck or being mean. If you're broke, that is a terrible time to get into trading. It's gonna take you years to start making money from trading. Most people. What time do I wake up? 6 a.m. Eastern time. Last week ain't no different than today. You'd be surprised, man. Blew my account yesterday. Just saw PJ take the easiest setup that you can possibly take. Did he take that today? You're wild, Dallas. I'm not selling at all-time highs, Lewis, no. What did you do before trading? Most recently before trading, I worked for a law firm doing, I was a legal analyst doing mergers and acquisitions. Before that, I was a mechanic. Before that, I was a landscaper. Before that, I was a black market pharmacist, so to speak. What time do I go to bed? I'm in bed by 9, typically asleep by 10. What if you have 60K ready to spend? You don't want to spend personal capital. So if you have money to pay your bills and everything, and you're comfortable, I say yeah, that's a different scenario. You don't want to trade personal capital to start off. There's a video. I don't know how to say your name, Mr. Gecko, Gecko. There's a video pinned on my page that basically explains if I was getting into trading all over again. Good gracious. All over again, exactly how I would do it. You definitely don't want to start with your own personal capital. I made that mistake when I started. Don't recommend it. I do add on the data as well as that. Yeah, pay for the CME data, bookmap CME data. Should I drop out of college? That's up to you, man. I would say no. For me personally, you could easily justify it, but at the same time you couldn't because I only have a year left. So why not just go ahead and finish? Hey, appreciate that credit. Have fun, man. Have a good time. That's usually before I get into bed, Dallas. Love from NC State. There you go. My girlfriend is a graduate at NC State. Undergrad and PhD. Got a cousin there right now. I'm actually thinking about going back and getting a 1-year trade certificate. There you go. What's her PhD in? Sports nutrition and stuff like that. Sports nutrition, basically. Where should you have your take profit now? 27,100 is a very nice level, but you can trail it. I would be trailing it for sure. How do you use this indicator? What indicator are you talking about, Rob? If you guys are new here, drop a follow. We're live every day at 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. every day. Miguel, I do now. I'm border. I would say borderline, man, and this is why I don't know how often you're in here, if you've heard me say this before, but I think you need to be You need to be taking consistent payouts for 9 to 12 months to be able to really consider yourself a profitable day trader. And you know, the standard textbook definition of profitability, obviously, is you've made more than you've spent. To me, that's kind of that you can get in trouble with that, because I know plenty of people, and there's probably people in the chat that can attest to this. I know people that will take a payout and then not take another one for 6 months, or they'll take a payout and a week later they're blowing their account or their accounts and can't pass an eval. Technically, they've made more money than they've spent, most likely, but that's not profitable. So I think in order to really be able to say I can rely on this for a main source of income and trade for a living, you need to have 9 to 12 months of consistent payouts, consistent results that are positive, obviously, to be able to say I'm profitable. And I think I'm just now right at that threshold. I've been doing it 5 years. Yet last year, my 4th year, was the first year that I really was taking significant payouts, and I've been doing so since. So I think that that's what you got to do, with the exception of January and half of February. I didn't take a payout in January. I did actually take a payout, but it was a rollover from December. But I blew all my accounts in January, recovered midway through February, and then at the end of February started taking payouts again. With that exception, since June, I've been taking consistent payouts. June of last year, June, July-ish of last year. So I think I'm right on the threshold of being able to say, yeah, I'm profitable. Taking my first payout today with Lucid was nerve-wracking, LOL, but we did it. That's awesome, Checkmate. That's huge. How fast did it happen? That's my thing about Lucid, is the payouts are so quick. They get into your account so fast. All right, Baus. Have a good day, man. I would say if you can't trade New York AM session, that you should, if you can, depends on how dedicated you are, but wake up super early and trade London. London's probably the next best session. Asia sucks, in my opinion. I mean, there are some spurts of time where Asia is a good session to trade, but for the most part, it just doesn't have the volume the way that New York AM and London do. Tristan likes Asia. I personally don't like Asia. Three minutes. Is that how long? 3 minutes is how long it took for you to request, and then it hit your bank account? Asia silver. Okay, so that's a different ballgame. Yeah, if you're trading precious metals, then Asia, yeah, is probably the best session for that. It depends on where you are in your trading, Miguel. I think if you're new, you need to take it slow and easy. So I would definitely size down, maybe 5 micros. But if you've been doing this a while, you've been passing evals, you've been taking payouts, you can get a little more aggressive. You're not necessarily still in the foundational learning stages. I usually would trade 1 to 2 minis for a 50K eval. Also depends on how much drawdown you have available. A fresh 50K eval, I'm going to trade 1 to 2 minis. One to two minis across the board is kind of what my standard is with fundeds and evals. But I'd recommend sizing down a lot if you're new and you're not consistently passing evals, consistently taking payouts. I keep my risk really small. I mean, you know, that first trade that we took, we had 8 points. 8 points of drawdown on NQ was where my stop was. I've chased, so I'm refreshing. For me, it's the Lucid payouts are like a minute 2 minutes, and I use Wells and Truist. Main struggles are with entries. Other than that, I'm okay. It does take some getting used to. I think that's one of the areas where Bookmap really helps so much is determining entries. $3 a.m. Eastern time. That's when the official open is, at 3 a.m. Eastern time, I believe. Yeah, for London. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure it's 3 a.m. Eastern time. Bookmap helps tremendously with entries, Miguel. Bookmap is a huge benefit to determining entries. Yeah, Clay, I got you. I'll look at it. Might not be right away, but I'll definitely look at it. I did take a long, yeah. You can see the P&L in the bottom right corner of my camera window. Thinking about any entries right now? Not really, man. You can see the 5-minute chart on the screen. It's just kind of chopping up and down right there. That's not the kind of price action I like to get involved in. I like to see these clean, fluid movements, like you see on this move up. You know, it was 1 mini. 1 mini. I probably got out earlier than you did. I didn't hold the all-time highs. I got in off the tap into this 5-minute down here, and then I got out somewhere in this range in here somewhere. What do I think? I think most people are going to blow their first eval regardless of how long they spend on paper. There's a psychological component that you can't replicate on paper. So I think if you have a strategy in terms of market structure or price analysis that you're using, and it's been successful on paper for 1-2 months, then it is time to jump over to an eval, because there's a psychological component that you can't perfect or work on paper. So my suggestion would be get the cheapest eval you can possibly get, because most likely you're going to blow it, and try to hone in on the psychological aspect of things at that point. I only follow one person. Yep. Follow my brother. That's it. Apex is the best one to start with. I think for the price, it's interesting because Apex, in terms of the price of the eval, is definitely the cheapest. But if you factor in the activation fee, if you do pass, then it's not the cheapest. You also have the rules that you have to take into account. So I think I would agree with you to an extent that Apex is probably the best place to start. However, I usually steer people more towards Lucid or Tradeify. Top Step's not bad. Yeah, Top Step's not bad. You look like Los Palos. I don't know who that is. Does your brother day trade? He does. Some. Yeah. A little bit. Loathe Apex. Some people hate it, man. I like it. It's crazy. I can stack some pretty solid payouts with them. I have 70. I don't really care about win rate, man. That's not something I focus on. I would focus on your profit factor. profit factor is how big are your wins basically versus your losses. Had 2 live accounts printing and busted both. Yeesh. NQ's got some movement down to 26,900, but it's kind of, I would, like I said before, I would not want to be shorting all-time highs. The only thing I would wait for is if it does pull back to that level, I'd look for an entry long. I would not be looking for a short. That's just me. Am I live? Yeah. Hi. Hi, Jeff. I'm just going to take the funded slow and steady, and same with the new eval. There you go, there you go, Zach. Just funded one of my Lucid evals and lost one. With Lucid, can you trade from TradingView? Yes. I have a video on my page talking about how to link your Tradevate account to TradingView so that you can do that. This is the 5-minute, or this is a 15-minute chart right here. Oh, are you on a live account? No, not at the moment. I'm trading funded eval or funded prop firm accounts. I do have if you're talking about personal capital, I do have a personal capital account. I just haven't been trading it. I will once the markets kind of chill out, get this war in Iran settled, and all that kind of goes back to normal. I like Top Step because they have their own chart. That's the exact reason why I don't trade with them. I don't like the Project X. I don't like being stuck with that. You mean in 2.5 years? I'm hoping it's in a couple of weeks, man. Don't jinx it. Going to call it a day. All right, Zach. Take it easy, man. We'll see you tomorrow. I stick with prop firms for now, Jeff. I want to see some more stability in the markets before I make that switch. They're a great firm overall. I mean, there's a lot of positives to them. They've been in the industry the longest. There's a lot of stuff good with them. And I used to trade with them. My first ever payout came from Top Step. But they, at the time, would allow you to have a Tradevate account. You could trade their firm, but with Tradevate. And they did away with that to try to put a monopoly on Project X or to force people to trade with Project X. I don't like that. I like having choices. Any wins today or losses? Yeah, the P&L is on the screen. It's at the middle of the screen. All right, Lawson, take it easy, man. 1K and then it blew it, yeah. Electronic trading hours. TradingView is so much better than Project X, I agree. Yeah, they have been around the longest. They're definitely, they're definitely there. All right, guys, it's 11. Sticking to the rules. We're being very, very strict with the rules. So if you guys haven't followed already, drop a follow. We're live every day, 9 a.m. Eastern time to 11 a.m. Eastern time. And yeah, try to make some more money tomorrow. Love you guys. God bless you. Have a good day. If you're green, don't give any of it back. If you're red, don't make it worse. Don't chase your losses. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Love you guys. Take it easy. Have a good day.